Have you ever felt frustrated that you couldn't really do the things that you want to do with the time that you have? In 2021, I felt stuck in how my time was honestly being spent. I was going to school, I was working a job, I was a leader at my church, led a couple of groups throughout the week. I was honestly pretty much everywhere. And I knew I wanted to do some more things like making content on certain stuff or maybe meeting new people, but I never really got to it because, well, I honestly wish I had more time to do it. And I honestly felt like a prisoner of another person's schedule. And my time was honestly telling me what to do rather than the other way around. Now, I mentioned a pretty niche problem. However, I honestly think that pretty much everyone goes through something like this. And in this episode of The Why Approach, I'm going to basically go through this. What your time telling you what to do actually looks like, how I actually started to tell my time what to do, and then how it started to change my life. Then I want to show you an example of what it actually looks like in my life right now. And then lastly, I want to give you guys something really special because it's honestly helped me a lot, especially in this new year, and I think it'll help you too. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Gian, and this podcast is really just some experiences, books that I've read, lessons that I have learned that have honestly made me grow as a man and as a Christian. And I just want to share them here with you. I want to tell you exactly what I mean when I say that your time is telling you what to do instead of, the opposite. And I can really best explain this with an example. So let's say you start work at 9 a.m., right? But let's say you slept in because you decided the night before that you could stay up a little bit longer because you wanted to finish that Netflix series. Honestly, this is the story of my life. So you wake up and it's 8:30 a.m. You still have to get ready for work. So you skip breakfast because you're in a hurry. Then you pick out your work clothes and it honestly takes 10 minutes because you honestly forgot to wash the work clothes that you wanted to bring. So then you find something and you pick it out and everything like that. And it takes you 10 minutes. So then you get dressed and you're out the door within 15 minutes. So you have 15 minutes left, but the thing is, work is 20 minutes away. So you're basically speeding on the highway, just making sure to adjust your speed to dodge all the cops that are on the road. And then you manage to scrape by, getting to work right at 9 a.m. You started your day at work, frantic, underslept, and honestly, probably pretty hungry. And that's what honestly happens when you let your time tell you what to do. Now, I'm going to break it down even further so that you could understand more of what I'm talking about. So since you let the time of the Netflix show that you watched last night, you let it take your time, that led into the morning where you woke up late. And since you woke up late, those 30 minutes left told you that you need to hurry up or else something bad is going to happen. You're going to get late to work. And since it's so urgent, you skip your normal morning routine, which is your breakfast. And then you also put yourself in danger on the literal highway just to get to work on time. And then honestly, that just leaves you tired, hungry, and already feeling like you can't breathe. And you've only really been awake for 30 minutes. Now, this is probably a regular occurrence. It is honestly really a regular occurrence for most people. And a lot of people's response nowadays would honestly just to give the excuse of, I have time blindness, as the reason why they actually get up late and everything like that, or stay up late like that. Or they just decide to continue going to work late and, be irresponsible in that way. I don't agree with any of these responses, okay, to that kind of situation, because this all could have really been avoided if we decided to wisely use our time in the first place. And I can say this because I've been through this. Like so many other people, I really sucked at telling my time what to do. See, I would get sucked into YouTube videos, video games, and all other social medias that literally we all have for hours, and then it turns out that I didn't get the homework assignment done, and then I have to turn it in late, or I didn't go to sleep on time, so then I woke up late, feeling groggy and out of place. And I honestly felt like I couldn't do anything for myself because not only did I have to appeal to someone else's schedule, like my school, my job, or the church that I'm going to and leading at, the time that I had for myself seemed to evaporate away just as quickly as I got it. So I knew something had to change because I was pretty much in a cycle of being same, and it honestly really sucked. So that leads me to the second thing. What I actually did to start telling my time what to do instead of the reverse. After deciding to make a change, I needed to see why I couldn't really stick with what I said I wanted to do. Because originally I wanted to do all these productive things. I wanted to do my homework. I wanted to get up early and be productive. But a lot of times I just didn't follow up through it. And after thinking on it for a while, I noticed that every single time I had something to do, like homework or content to make, like this video, I would honestly forget that I had to do it. I don't know if it was a subconscious thing, but I would honestly just forget that I had to do it. And since I forgot what I had said that I wanted to do, I would just use that time for YouTube or video games and allow that to fill my time. And then at the last minute, when I'm getting ready for bed or whatever, I then will remember I didn't get that video recorded today. I didn't do that homework assignment today. I didn't finish that assignment for work today. How could I help myself remember these things that I said I wanted to do? Then I remembered something that I've learned a while ago, saying that when you write things down on paper, or on a laptop or something, when you write them down in general, it tends to stick in your mind a lot better, as well as you always have something to go back to whenever you do forget them. So I decided to make a checklist of the stuff that I needed to do and put it on my desk so that I would always see it. And I made sure that I put it somewhere that I could always go back to and see it. And you know what? It made finishing tasks and also the habits that I wanted to keep doing in my life really, really rewarding. And that brings me to the third part, how it actually started to change my life. See, there is something just so rewarding when you kind of like mark off something off your to-do list. And it honestly made me want to keep the momentum of going and getting things done, because I was on a roll most days. I was checking off everything that I needed to do. And so my confidence really just grew so much. And previously, my confidence was actually pretty low. But ever since I actually started to do the things that I would say I would do, I started to see myself a little differently. And there's a quote from Ed Mylett that really resonated with me and kind of like brings out the point that I'm trying to explain. And he said this: when you're in the habit of keeping promises you make with yourself, you're on the pathway to self-confidence. And I see this so much now because I was actually seeing myself as a man that I would like to be. One that is responsible, hardworking, and focused, all because I started doing the actions that person I wanted to be would do. The time that I felt stressed was really just because I was pushing myself, to make a deadline that I set up for myself so that I could do it. And then once I actually made that deadline, it felt so much more rewarding, as well as another boost in confidence. So something I've also found out about myself on this kind of journey to improve my life was that most of my stress that I had before, similar to what most people feel like right now, is from the lack of clarity of what the day will actually look like. Because we as people love to control our time. We love to control things in our lives. And the most interesting thing that I found out is that the things that we would love to control the most is the things that we actually have no control over. And then, funny enough, the things that we actually can control, we don't do anything about those things, like our own personal time. See, we would love to control the economy. We would love to control our work schedules. We would love to control our other family members' decisions in their life and stuff like that. But then we let a day go by without actually doing the things that we needed to do, or even just doing the things that, for the goals that we set for ourselves at the beginning of this year. And every time I did something on my to-do list, or let's say my calendar, for instance, I felt like I was actually moving forward and not moving in circles like I was before, and kind of in just this swirl of kind of despair, I would say. Now, here's number 4, and I want to show you an example of what this actually looks like in my life. And then after that, I want to give you guys something that has been really, really special to me, and I think it'll honestly help you guys a lot, because it has helped me a lot. So I do all of this pretty much in Google Calendar. Not saying it's the best absolute tool that you could use, but I mean, it's really worked wonders in my life. Now, as you notice, there's a lot of things on this, and it looks like a lot, because honestly, sometimes it really is. However, it honestly helps me out so much just to write all of this down and get this all down on the schedule. Now, I really don't want to paint a picture of saying that like those are the things that I do at the exact same time that I schedule them in, because obviously that's not true. Because sometimes things start later than I would like them to be. Things go on later than I want them to be. And honestly, sometimes just things get in the way and I don't do them, or I let myself just rest a little bit more than, kind of sometimes I need to. But I can tell you, doing this has provided a real structure for me in moving on. And especially like when you see this is the time, these are my work shifts. And then so I schedule in just a reminder to walk my dog, because that's, again, one of the habits that I want to build more in this year. To walk him, because he's a little fatso. And plus walk me as well, because, I just need to get my mind moving and out of the house every once in a while, because I work from home. But ever since I started scheduling my days out through this calendar, I can actually say that pretty much, I think 80% of the things that I actually put in that calendar, I actually do and complete. Now, I can't say 100% because, like I told you, I'm human. But it's honestly helped me out so freaking much. just to do this. And now I also want to show you this second thing, which I think will help you a lot. And this is something I've actually implemented in my life that has honestly helped me out a ton this year. And it's this honestly super simple habit tracker. And pretty much these are all the things that I want to do. And these are all the habits that I kind of want to implement in my life, more daily. And these are just like a good reminder for me to do. And then all the way here on the bottom, this is basically, the graph that helps me track everything. And so as you can see, there's spikes in certain days, and those typically tend to be Mondays, because Mondays I'm really on top of it, but along the weeks I kind of just, I need to get better at that. To be honest, I really do need to get better at that. And I need to get better on it today because I haven't really done as much as I wanted to. And honestly, this helps me out so much just because it actually helps me remember what to schedule in. Because a lot of times I normally schedule my days out in the morning, and so I'm like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and there's some other things that I honestly forget to do, because those things that are in my habit tracker, they're not necessarily habits yet. I'm not doing them automatically yet. So those help me to actually schedule them in and get them in every single day. And I want to give you this template. And also, I'm going to give you some YouTube links as well in the description, as well as in the podcast details as well, just so that you know how to make this and also customize it so you can make it your own. Now, it may help you. It may not help you. I don't really know, but I just want to add some value to you, and I just want to add some value to you and your goals. And I know this has really helped me, and if it's really helped me, I think it could really help you guys a lot. And I just want to give you this free resource so that, we can all improve. Now, if you found this episode helpful, leave a comment or a review wherever you're pretty much listening to it, and let me know what you think. Do you think it was trash, or do you think the tools and the things that I spoke about today honestly helped you out and helped you get back your time? And let me know if that template is actually helping you out, because if it's not, then hey, let me know, because I want to improve as well. And as always, start growing, start now, and God bless you guys.